Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to Primus Learning. My name is Primus Veku, and this is a short video just to show you how to manage your AWS account such that you maintain cost, right? You want to avoid situations where you begin paying huge sums of money because you were not able to manage the resources that you create. You were not able to control the way you create resources. You don't know what is running your AWS account. And so it's absolutely important for maybe those who are still starting off in AWS. They don't know how to manage their AWS accounts. They don't really understand how cost works in AWS. The very first thing to understand is that the concept of an free tier in AWS. This is absolutely important, guys. Free tier does not mean it's totally free for 1 year. Yes, the assumption is that your AWS account, once it's less than 1 year old, it contains free tier services, right? Which means you can create a service and that service is free tier for a particular number of hours. It doesn't mean when it says free tier, it means you can stand up every kind of service and just use it as you want. So if you want to see what free tier is all about, you can just go to this document, AWS and document cost. Come on, I can't type cost documentation. So you want to see about cost and all details about it. AWS billing will give you a lot of information on billing and what it's all about. You see, it gives you a lot of information on that. So guys, please play around with this document, read a little bit, try to understand what AWS means by its cost and all that. It has some tools that you can use as well for optimizing on whatever you're creating. AWS free tier, it has something on free tier, and you see what it means by free tier. When you create an AWS account, you can try some AWS services free of charge. You see the word some and not all. You can try some AWS services. This is the keyword, some, for free. Services free of charge within certain usage limits. For instance, an EC2 instance, it tells you, hey, you have free tier up to 750 hours or 720 hours. So if you go above those number of hours, it begins charging you. So you have to understand that. And it's just some services. It's not all the services in AWS. And then there are 3 types of offers in the AWS free tier programs to choose from. Always free. So these free tier offers do not expire and are available to all AWS customers. So those are things that are always free. Then you have the 12 months free. You can use these offers for 12 months following your initial sign-up date. And then short-term trials, you can use a free tier limit each month for less than 12 months. Most short-term free trial offers start from the date you activate a particular service. So you have to learn a little bit about these and see the services that are free tier eligible and those that are not free tier eligible and all that. So it has more information. So you can see AWS free tier to learn more about the limits and all that and all that and all that. You know, you can create an AWS account here. You see the services, can explore the categories on free tier and what their free tiers mean. See EC2 instance, 750 hours. Storage, you have up to 5 GB storage in S3. RDS, you have 750 hours. And so on and so forth. Amazon DynamoDB 25 GB, and so on and so forth. So all the services have been listed. Lambda requests, you see the number of requests that you can make for free tier eligible. And then after that, the rest will be paid for. So come into this document, explore it a little bit, guys, and make use of it. It's absolutely important. Understand that free tier does not mean that you are absolutely free to do anything, right? Else you rack up charges for yourself that you can't maintain. That's the very first thing to note, guys. Absolutely important for beginners. Once you have an account, know that resources that you're just playing around with, you have to delete them after creation. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing is to know how to manage your billing environment, to know how to create resources. Always make sure you create resources in a region that you want to constantly work on, else your resources will be spread anywhere, right? You could spread resources anywhere and you'll not be able to know what is happening. So you see what's in this account, you can see that our resources are increasing. You can see a general overview of what's happening in your account. But to see your bills, like to see your billing according to the various services that you're using, you need to view your bill here. So you click on that and it takes you to your bill for that month and the estimated amount. Remember, this is the estimated grand total that you would have. So if you scroll down here, you would see it according to the services. So you see Elastic Compute Cloud is estimated at this amount. This is the estimated amount I'll pay for Elastic Compute Cloud. Yeah, let's see. So no, so I think this is already the amount. And you see the regions where these are found. 159 in US East 1, and this Canada region has 0, Ohio has 40 something. And so you see the resources are spread across in different regions. US West 2 here, no, US West 2, US West 1, I think. So resources are spread across, and you can see all of this is coming from compute, $231 on compute. And so resources are spread. And if you create resources and you forget that they're here. So once you are trying to clean up your account, you have to come in here, see where exactly your cost is coming from, and you can go to that region and clean up the resources. So you see, I have compute here. It's coming from 4 regions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's where my costs are coming. So I'll need to move from region to region and clean up all compute services. So go to EC2s, clean up all volumes, everything that is related to these regions, right? So you have to go in there and navigate through them and clean them up. So you see the next service that is consuming here is Elastic Container Service for Kubernetes. And so you need to go in here, see which region has resources that are open, right? You see, I have resources in US East 1, so it's been costing me. US East, that's Ohio, it's been costing me. US West, that's California, has been costing me, and of course US West 2 has been costing me as well. So I'll need to go to these regions and make sure things are cleaned up properly. And same thing occurs for virtual private clouds. I probably have a thing that is running in here. You can still drill down to the region, right? You see, I have a VPC endpoint that is costing me, so I'll need to go in here. You see how much it's costed me already. I'll need to go in here and clean up that VPC endpoint. Same thing for Elastic Load Balancers. You see, so you break it down according to the regions, according to the specific service. Even you can see the specific services that are costing you, and you go in there and clean them up very well. So it's the same thing, guys. Please, this is the best way to clean up your account. Come here, come into the billing section, drill down to the particular regions, figure out what is running. If it's Elastic Compute Cloud, you come to the region, see which region is costing you, then you navigate to that region on that service. For instance, the EC2 here, I would need to go to EC2. So I need to go to EC2 since it's regional. Once I go to EC2, you see the regions. So I know that there are 4 regions. I will go to the first region, which is North Virginia, and go to EC2. So, and see what's running on EC2. You see, I have 1 instance that's running. It should be costing me. And this is it right here running. It is not only the instance that will be costing me, of course. In EC2, there are different things, right? There could be snapshots, there could be volumes. You see, a lot of volumes that I need to clean out here that are just hanging in there. They are costing. Those are costs. Those are things that cost, right? So I'll need to come in here, clean up those volumes that are not used. So come in, clean them up, delete them. I can delete them from the console or create a script that comes in and deletes any volume that is not used, right? Delete volumes that are not used. So I can come in and detach them and delete all of them. So you can do that, detach from any instance. And of course, you need to know what you're doing, right? You need to know who has the volume, where it is, and all that to be able to do all this. So I'll just detach, or I'm not sure the instance that's running has any use. So I'll do that and just detach if I can. Okay, so there's one that's probably being used. I think it's that one. Detach. Let me actually do this. Go to that instance and get the volume, and then. So I want to go to that instance, get the volume of the running instance so that I don't detach it while this thing is working. So go here, and go to storage, get the volume ID. This is the volume ID. So this is the only volume I want to let go in volumes. So let me go back to my volumes. This is the only volume that I want to keep. This volume. The rest I want to delete. So I'll just name this as keep, so that I know that that is the only volume I want to keep. The rest should be deleted. So I want to detach and delete. You see, so cleaning up, you can clean from here if you don't know how to create a script that will help you clean. So it's not a big problem for you. So always make sure you delete volumes that are not useful, guys. This is really important, else it will rack up volume costs for you. So I'll do that afterwards. I just wanted to show you that's one thing you can do. And then, so once you've done this, you need to go to the next region. I had US East 2, Ohio. So you come here, go to volumes again and delete volumes. Go to the instances, check whatever is useful for you, what's not useful, and so on and so forth. So let's see if you see we have a lot of volumes here, right? They should be costing me a lot of money just sitting there, nothing, they're not used, right? So this is how you clean up your environment. This is absolutely important, guys. So you clean in the four regions that are costing you, in the 4 regions that are costing, and go to other resources. Go to the billing again, take the second resource. So go to billing, check the second resource, which is costing you, and of course, you work on it. So the second resource should be something like, let's see. The second resource should, oh, am I even on billing? Yeah. So let me go to billing. So the second resource, okay, view billing. A moment. So the second resource down here is EKS, right? So I'll need to go to the EK to the various regions and clean up Ohio, US East 1, US East, US West 1, and clean them up just like that in all environments. Another thing that you could do, right? If you are figuring out your billing and so on, you don't want to go above your budget, please set up a reminder for yourself. Come in here and create a budget for yourself. You see, I've created a budget, and you see it's gone across my budget by percentages. So it should send you an email telling you, hey, this thing is above your budget. This is huge. This is more than your budget. You see, my budget limit here is $10. So when it crosses $10, it will tell me you are above your dollars. So to do that, you simply come here, right, and use a template. This is a simplified method, and you want to give it an amount, a monthly amount that you really don't want it to go above. If it goes above that, please remind me. Then you give it a name. You can say monthly budget or something, right? Monthly budget. And then you tell it the amount. So I want, maybe my amount should be $20. If it crosses above $20, please remind me. All right. And then you want to put the emails that should be notified. So my email is primus.veku at blah, blah, blah. And then you put that. And of course, after putting that, you just create. It will notify you at every, when you see it says, you will be notified when, one, your actual spend reaches 85%. So 85% of $10 is what they will send you. They will send you an email notifying you. Your actual spend reaches 100%. So once your actual spend is $10, they will remind you again. If your forecast spend is expected to reach 100%, they could send you also when it is expected to reach 100%. So they will send you reminders at 3 instances as defined right here when you're creating it this way. So this is a neat way also to manage your budget, right? To be able to you make sure that you are notified when things are not when things are exceeding your expectations. So that's how you manage it. And there are different things here that you can see. There are free tier stuff. Remember, this is the free tier section. You can see which services are free tier, how much you've used already, and so on and so forth. So you see on my AWS data transfer, I have used 1 GB of it, and forecasted usage is 1 GB, and 1 GB for free tier. So which means per month, which means if I'm going above this, it will be charging me, right? Elastic load balancers, I have 750 usage already. Forecasted usage is this. I'm already above my usage capacity. So the next one I'm creating, it will be charging me. And so EC2, same thing, right? I've used 1 hour already. And you see the tiers. 1 hour for free for 12 months as per part of AWS free tier. So this is what it gives me, and so on and so forth. So these are different things that it's giving me and the options that I've been using and so on. So you can come in here and figure out what you've been creating, where you are currently, and so on and so forth. So Billing Conductor, this is another thing, another service that AWS offers and gives you the opportunity to really drill down into your builds and get into bill groups and all that. So it's just a best practice to simplify your billing options. So that's the next thing, guys. And one last thing is the config tool that I made a video about. The config tool is absolutely important, guys. This tool is a neat tool that can help you get your bills, get whatever get the services that you're using. So let me see. I thought this account is set up. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I thought this account is set up. Maybe it's a different account. All right. So you can use queries to query this data, the data in here, and see what's happening in your account. It's a very neat tool in terms of running queries to see what's compliant in your account. You see what's compliant, and so on and so forth. The most important service that I was heading to is called advanced queries, and you can query your AWS account to see a lot of things. Right? You see I've done some queries here. You can query to see which volumes in your account are no longer used according to the regions, according to whatever, right? So it's like SQL. This gives you a SQL-like environment to use and query and see what's happening in your environment. So to query that, to use it, you simply need to click on query, and then you begin to write your queries, right? So you can actually do a select here, a select statement, and select resources. So select resource, the resource name, resource creation date, when the resource was created, right? Comma, resource creation time, resource type, resource ID. And this, I think if you run this, it should be able, okay, column areas are currently unsupported. Let's see what we missed. I think we missed something there. Let me see. So yeah, I think we missed resource name. Oh, resource name. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do resource name here and try that. Still doesn't work. So it looks like we have resource ID, resource type. Resource ID is up here already. So it's a duplicate. Resource name is here, comma. Let's see, I think that should work. And it returns the resources for you. So you see it's working. And you can see which resources were created when and all that. You could also run another query, right? That really just goes in and searches and looks for volumes that are in your account, the types of volumes that are in your account, whether they are in use or not. So to see the volumes that are in use in your account, you just do a select as well. So you do a select statement, and under the select statement, you can look the resource. I think resource ID, then resource type, resource ID, comma, resource type. So I'll be selecting all of these things. Then resource name, resource creation date, comma, resource creation time. And then we could say tax. Oh, there's a comma there. Could say tax and comma, say configuration, if it's encrypted or not. And then let's say if it's encrypted, you say encrypted. So it will pick up those ones that are encrypted, comma. And then you have to put the configuration, maybe the configuration availability zone, for instance, availability zone. Yeah, this one up here. It just auto fills for you and you just select. And you could say configuration state, ration dot state dot value. So you want to get the value of the configuration state. And this is where you use a where statement, right? Where you want to select resources, EBS volumes that are in use or not in use. So where resource type, so you have to type the resource type here, resource type. So resource type, where resource type is equals to, so this will have to be in commas here. So AWS, the type of resource, right? AWS, and then 2 columns like this, EC2, and then since it's an EC2, right, you want to also have 2 columns and you want to have volume. So like this, it already automatically fills it. And then maybe you want to say, hey, it should have a configuration. So let's select this configuration, should state again, dot value is equals to, or so you put this commas like this, whether it's in use or not, in use, you put put it like that. So if the resource is in use, please select it. If the resource is not in use, do not select it. So you go in and select resources that are in use here and return them to you. I think there is right hand expression for comparison must be a literal. Literals are defined using single quotes. So okay, yeah, this one has two quotes. That's the problem. It's telling us they don't, it's not allowing double quotes there. So that's one thing you have to take note of. So it will run this thing and return some result for you, those that are in use. So you see resources that are in use, those that are not in use. So you say not in use, you just type not in use here. So you just put not in use, it'll go and select all the EBS volumes that are not in use and you can delete them. So if I run this, you see it will go in, select all the EBS volumes for you that are not in use and you can see them right here. So just click on them, go delete, click, go delete, click, go delete. So this reduces the amount of work you could do. This thing will get you any results anytime, guys. This is a very, very neat tool that you can use in your cost optimization. You can use in managing your AWS account. I just wanted to show you these quick tips, guys. Really, it's about controlling what is in your AWS account. It's about using neat tools to figure out what needs to be deleted, what is compliant. You could also run compliance queries here, right? See which services are in compliance, they follow the rules and regulations of your organization, and or those that are not compliant and all that, so that you can audit your account correctly. So this tool is a good tool that can help in cost optimization as well as in security checks, compliance checks, and all of those things. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Primus Veku at Primus Learning, and we were just bringing you a short video on how to manage your AWS billing, and especially for those who are just creating AWS accounts and wanting to learn how to, manage a bit of billing to not go above their expected amounts per month. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.